Greetings everyone, back down at the build site, and today I got my first order of rebar delivered. Unfortunately, the big box store didn't have the 200 pieces that I needed. They only had 60, so I've got 60 pieces here, and I've got 100 dobies to set the rebar in or on in the bottom of the trench. So I'm going to work on figuring out the hooks on how to bend the 180-degree hook on the top and bottom, and I'm not familiar with this bar bender that I borrowed from a buddy of mine. So before I get going, I wanted to say thank you to my newest public subscriber, David Hobart Sr. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. And let's get going on the rebar. So what I'm doing now that I've got the pattern figured out is I'm cutting these 20 footers into 5-foot sections. That'll give me a vertical that is tall enough where I'll have at least 3 inches of concrete above the rebar in the form and 3 inches to the dirt at the bottom of the form in the footing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these in 5-foot sections, and then we'll go ahead and bend the hooks on. So I need a 3-inch straight piece coming out of the hook. So I'm going to set the bar at 3 inches from where that 90, where it's going to be turning the 90 on that center point. And then I will bring that up. And then I need 3 inches in the bottom of the 180-degree bend. So I'm going to set that up now. All right. Let me pull that up now. All right, there you go. I've got 3 inches clearance in the saddle, and I've got 3 inches coming up. I just have to do it on the other side. All right, there we go. I've got a hook on that end and a hook on that end. All right, let me work on making a few more of these up. All right, there's 3 more. Let's go get them set up in the ditch. So these uprights are kind of falling all over. So what I think I'm gonna do, and I think I'm gonna tie some wire to the top, come up over, and I'll put a screw on the back side, and then the wire will kind of come up and over and hold it. I don't want a bunch of screws on the top because it just makes it hard to finish and put in anchor bolts and get stuff like that. It'll get in the way. So on my plans, I have to have an upright within 5 inches from the end of any turn. So I'll go ahead and like set them for maybe 4 inches in here and 4 inches in on that side. But yeah, these uprights, they just keep falling everywhere on me. So I'm going to try a little wire with the screws. Maybe that'll hold it up. And then this is kind of what I got going so far. I have to have 2 on the bottom. And so once I get those uprights stable, then I'll actually wire the bottoms in. All right, let's see if this helps. I think that's probably going to help a lot. Oh yeah, I think that's not going to be falling on my head now. Let me get the rest of them done up and I'll be back. All right, so I figured it out. I could just put a little mark right there for my 3 inches, and that was working great. So I ended up making 15 vertical rebar with hooks on both ends. So now I can continue down this wall. And as I'm going, I'm having to clean out the trenches because we had a rainstorm, snowstorm, a couple of them here. And they kind of filled up and with leaves and whatnot. So as I'm going along, I'm scooping the dirt and the leaves out into the tractor bucket.
Because rebar is fun, said no one ever.
All right, so I need to make a bar that is 4 feet, and then it has to 90, down 4 feet, and then go out the rest of the way. So that's the only way I can figure out how to do it without having my rebar bender 4 feet up in the air. Good times here. Good times.
Doing great, Scott.
Thanks, Kerri. All right, there's 4 feet. All right, so now I got to bend back the opposite way. So the only way I can figure to do it is to flop that over. 4 feet here. All right, there we have it. The opposing 90s. I've got 3 pieces set up, bent to go around, up and around that corner. And we've got marks 12 inches on center. So we're gonna put those bars, and we're gonna wire tie one at each level.
And I've pre-cut a handful of wire ties.
Perfect.
Good to go.
Thanks.
Yep. I've marked out a piece of rebar at 5-foot sections, and I'm gonna have Kerri cut that off for you.
Okay, this is how you cut rebar. Or not.
You're supposed to pull.
I am pulling. Yeah, keep pulling.
Okay.
This is why I'm a teacher.
Here, I'll give her the camera.
Okay. Wait.
Ready?
Yep. Oh, that's how you do it. Nice. Such form.
There you go.
Nice. That's how
That's
it's done.
how it's done. It is the end of day 1 for the rebar install on our house build. We were able to get about 40 linear feet in with the 2 bars on the top, the 3 bars horizontally in the middle, and the 2 bars on the bottom, and all the uprights every 2 feet that I've talked about in the last video. So it's kind of slow going, but we were able to do it.
One of us doesn't have the vice grip that the other has. But I'm just an average person, and if I can do it, I think anyone can do it if you're patient.
That's right. And it definitely helps to have 2 people when you're trying to hold these bars and tighten them down.
For sure.
So,
Oh, we want to give a thanks.
we do.
Shout out. We want to give a shout out to our newest public subscriber, Gina. Thanks for subscribing, Gina.
Thank you so much. And with that, we want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.